Okay, so staying on this topic of like earnestness or sincerity
Hmm.
in posting. Uh, yeah, I think like just gonna scroll through my own tweets. I think I like to think that I'm sort of authentic and sincere, but I feel forces in directions. Like I'm very wary of being a think boy on Twitter, and I think I I steer too clear of
Hmm.
that because I just don't like the idea of being thought of as a think boy.
I think this is why you don't capitalize your tweets.
I don't know about that. Okay, no, so I capitalize some of my tweets.
Okay.
So it depends what I'm tweeting. If there look a lot some of what I tweet is like yeah, look, like some of the stuff I tweet is like jokes and shit posts and things,
Yeah.
and not capitalizing those, it's
Yeah, I
part
mean
of
that
the
makes sense.
medium. It's part of the medium. For like the more straight up stuff I tweet, for example, a week ago I tweeted about like what do people mean when they say that they can feel the effects of coffee? Like that's not like a joke. It's not a shit post. It's literally just me asking a question and interested to hear what people think.
Okay.
And so I'll
But you
tweet
asking
that
a
in.
question, like asking a question is a different type of tweet than tweeting a statement.
Okay, I mean I can find you a statement.
How do you find the balance between X and Y? Is an interview question that sounds sophisticated but rarely reveals useful answers.
Yeah, that was a statement. I tweeted it with conviction.
Yeah,
No,
that was fair
no,
enough.
no. Yeah. So look, I think I broadly am fairly authentic, but I do feel forces of like anti-think boyness
Hmm.
for one, and I'm trying to think what would I be apologetic about. I think like I think when publicizing causal stuff on my personal Twitter account, I, s- I sometimes feel this thing of like, ooh, I need to like, yeah, basically what you were saying about needing to signal self-awareness that you're like shilling or whatever or self-promoting, and I feel a bit of that, but then I know I'm feeling that, and I know it's stupid, and then I just kind of ignore it. And so like I don't know, a week or two ago, we're hiring a bunch of people at Causal. I posted about it from my personal Twitter, just pretty straight up, you know. But I felt the force of like, oh, maybe I should throw a joke in there, or something.
Yeah.
I did feel it.
I wonder if the throw the joke in there is the same. I wonder if it's the same mental process that runs for people who write hashtag blessed, hashtag so grateful kind of thing as a way of tempering the inherent self promoting nature of a certain thing.
Do people use hashtag blessed and hashtag grateful non-ironically?
People on LinkedIn do, yeah.
Okay, okay. I don't know what these posts look like.
Hang on. Let's think about this.
Also, I have to come clean. After the sincere and earnest post about causal hiring, I then added a tweet to the thread saying, "Forgot to add one like equals one respect." But no, I just to defend myself here a little bit.
By all means,
I
defend
genuinely
yourself from
thought
yourself.
I thought of it afterwards, and I genuinely thought it was funny. Like I don't think I was doing that in order to like signal self awareness or whatever. I
Mm.
just thought it was funny.
Okay.
Like just the phrase "one like equals one respect" came to mind. And I thought, oh, that's pretty funny. So I yeah,
I
just
promise, Your Honor, I didn't think of it at the time.
yeah, it wasn't premeditated.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there's different things that it's worth separating here. I think the thing you did was relatively sincere in that you did feel insecure about this thing, and you were like, I get you don't like the word insecurity. What would you rather I say? Shy? I'm shy,
Eh,
lol.
Insecure is fine.
Okay, you felt a little bit
Call
insecure
a spade
about
a spade.
yeah, you felt a little bit insecure about the blog post, for reasons, and you were sort of signaling the insecurity by the overboard and the lull in the tweet. And in that sense, that was fine. And so the thing I was trying to get at was like, why are you feeling insecure, and do you stand by
Mm.
that? And like, discussing your feelings around that. And
Obviously, I
that's
don't stand by my insecurity. I'm not gonna yeah, wear my insecurity on my sleeve. But
okay.
yeah,
Okay, so
there was a feeling of insecurity, and that feeling of insecurity was signaled by the use of the word "lol" and "overboard"
yeah.
in the tweet.
Okay, basically, I think if you spend enough time in whatever subcultures online, it starts to rewire your brain a little bit in terms of what you think about, how you think about that thing, and how you interpret that thing, and how you communicate that thing. And so, if you, for example, like there are a bunch of people on tech Twitter, for example, who post like really sort of sort of like uh, kind of like snarky, ironic takes about like tech stuff or whatever, and like that will have like a very certain tone and a very specific brand that's coming across. And I think in real life, these people are probably not actually, they're not like that, and that's fine. But my point is that like there are these forces that sort of influence how you choose to come across online. And yeah, I often feel if I'm tweeting something, I feel like I need to coat it in some kind of joke or some sort of irony or something like that. Just because, like, does it feel weird just to like be sincere about it? I can't
I
remember
think
because like
it feels weird if it's not currently part of your brand in a way, and I think that just comes from practice. Like for example, if Naval or James Clear were to tweet something, they wouldn't you wouldn't expect them to put like lol in it because they're just
yeah,
very seemingly comfortable with just giving advice, and people resonate with their advice in that format. And given that their Twitter accounts are entirely full of that, just giving advice, it, if it's just part of the authenticity and the overall brand
yeah,
image. Whereas if you were to tweet consistency beats intensity, it would just be a little bit odd. It would
yeah.
be not the sort of thing you would normally say, and so you'd have to be like guys, this is not the this is not the sort of thing I normally say, but trust me, consistency beats intensity.
Yeah.
Whereas if James Clear were to say, this is not the sort of thing I normally say, consistency beats intensity, people would be like, bro. If I were to make a video about how I'm getting in touch with my inner feelings to find my values, I would have to preface it with, look, guys, I know this is going to sound weird, and I know I don't normally talk about this stuff, but dot dot dot. Whereas if at Spiritual Mind Valley were to make a video about the same thing, it would be that there would be no need for prefacing.
I see. Why would you feel the need to preface that? I mean, it's true that it's not normally the
Well,
kind
yeah.
of thing you talk about, but why do you need to draw attention to that? Does it feel like you're sort of getting outside your lane or something, or?
Yeah, to signal that I'm going outside my lane. And for the people that are like me, i.e. my audience, it's a case of like, okay, guys, look, this is not the stuff we normally think about, but trust me on this. Bear with me. Watch this video. Watch it through to the end. Smash that like button, and you'll learn something at the end of it.
Smash that like button. Nice. Wait, was that a joke? Was that like
Yes.
intentionally a joke? Well, maybe this is just how you talk now.
Yeah. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Conan has a really funny bit where this is from his podcast. He talks about how like sometimes when he's just hanging out socially at like a dinner or something, he'll sometimes have to sort of take lead of the conversation if no one else is taking lead. And he'll like entertain people, he'll tell some jokes, and just by sort of instinct, if he tells a joke that gets some big laughs, he'll follow it up with, "Let's take a break, don't go away." Because that's like on his show, what he'd do is after you make a big joke, that's when you cut to the ad break, and you'd say like, we'll be back, don't go away.
Yeah, I have a similar tick in real life where it's like if I say something and then I kind of stumble on my words, I will kind of stop, do a little clap,
Wait, do you actually?
and then do the thing again.
Do you actually do that in real life at all, or like as a joke or whatever?
Occasionally I do it as a joke. I think there was one time where I did it just like accidentally. I was like, oh my God.
Wow, when was that?
Completely mortified. I can't remember. This was like probably about a year ago, and then I had to. I feel it was because I was talking to another YouTuber, um, and I feel like it was on a topic that I usually talk about in videos, and so just like just a little clip or like, oops, and then you've got to leave that little pause so that the editor can then like because it's really hard to cut on
Right,
a
yeah.
someone saying something.
Yeah, I can just imagine you sort of interjecting with, Angus, let's cut the last 10 seconds out, like in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah. You're like, whoops, and can we have an emoji coming up over there and then a lower third in the middle?
Yeah.
Something like that.